Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Diego Knows. I'm Diego, and today we're going to finish talking about Sex and the City. Okay, we're in season 6 now. That's right. Season 6, the last season of the entire series. My God. And this season had like 20 episodes in it. Yeah, I thought it was 18, but it's more like 20 episodes in this scene. That's a lot of fucking get through. My God, man. I'm trying to make these as fast as I can, but damn, man, there's a lot of shit to cover here. Okay, so the episode we're talking about today here, Sex and the City, the original show, back when the show was good. My name is Diego. I've watched all 94 episodes of Sex and the City. I watched both movies and watched that piece of shit show, and just like crap, and I really don't want to watch that again. All right, I don't recommend you watch it either. It's shit. It's nothing like this show, okay? I was a big fan of the original show, Sex and the City. I was the only straight guy that I knew that was watching it on a regular basis, okay? The reason I started watching the show is because all the girls that I knew, that I was going to school with, that I was working with, they were all watching the show and they were all talking about it, and I wanted to know what they were talking about. So I started watching the show. I already had HBO because I was watching Sopranos and Oz, and then I started watching Sex and the City. I was like, oh my God, this show's hilarious. This show's good. I love the show. The only problem I had with the show was I did not like the way they portrayed the straight guys on there, okay? Now, I'm a straight guy. Most of my guy friends were straight guys, okay? We would hang out all the time. Excuse me, I lived in a big city. I went to a lot of parties, a lot of concerts, a lot of house parties, okay, nightclubs, bars, taverns, we did a lot of social stuff, okay? We went to amusement parks together, my friends and I. We would do all this stuff. So basically, I was doing the same things that these women were doing, only I was a good 10, 15 years younger than they were, okay? But I was doing the same thing at that time. I was just in my 20s, Had a lot of fun in my 20s. That's just what you do. You go out with your friends, you party, you drink, you have lots of sex, of course, So that's what you do in your 20s. So I was basically living this lifestyle. I lived in a big city, a lot of Broadway shows, a lot of theater. I was going to school. So I worked in nightclubs and all sorts of things. So like we were in in that area. We were in that type of lifestyle that these women were doing. Okay, me and my friends were. I knew a lot of girls, a lot of actresses, a lot of models. Wannabe models, wannabe actresses. We were all doing that shit. It's the shit that you do in your 20s, okay? And I was actively social in my 20s, okay? We would do lots of stuff together. It was fun. It was a good time in my life, okay? Man, I was a big fan of the show, and I watched the show at that time. But I did not understand the men on the show. I did not understand how the guys were acting the way they were acting, saying the things that they'd said. It didn't make sense to me, okay? Well, you got to remember, this show was written by gay guys, lesbians, and feminists, okay? So I don't know what the fuck straight guys are really thinking. They have no context for that, okay? So this was their idea of what they thought a straight guy was. Oh, he must act like this. Okay, he must have a mustache. Okay, he must watch Rocky movies. Okay, that's it. And that was it. Okay, no, guys, we're a lot more complex than that. Okay, so they did a great job showing the women off who they were. Okay, all four of them. You got Samantha, the slut. You got Miranda, the fucking bitch. You got Charlotte, the princess, and then you got fucking, Carrie, the main character, who's the neurotic one, Well, these are all four aspects of Candace Bushell's personality, the woman that created the show, okay? So in a sense, these women were relatable because every woman has a bit of each one of them to more degrees or lesser degrees. Has at least one aspect of their personality inside of them, okay, that they cater to more than the other three, okay, or they're a combination. Well, women are a combination of all four of these, okay. So that's why the appeal was there, okay, for the women, and they got that part right. That was what was nuanced about the show. That was what was very avant-garde about the show, was how they did it, okay. They did a fucking Herman's Head, but with women, okay, that interact with each other, okay. But basically, they're all the same woman, okay. But one of the things, so they got that right, okay, and I enjoyed it. I enjoyed going into the female psyche and see what women thought about stuff. It's funny because something I've learned, okay, is that women think of sex the exact same way that we do for the most part, as men do. The only difference is they call it something else. Okay, they don't want to say, "Hey, we're boning," like I'm gonna say it here because I'm a straight guy and this is the way I talk. I'm talking to you the way I would talk to my straight guy friends, okay, or anybody that's just a friend. About a show that I liked, okay, where women's like, oh yes, we hooked up, but it's the same fucking thing. They just say it differently, okay. So Carrie talks about romance, and she's trying to fucking find the Zha Zha Zoo and all this other kind of bullshit that she comes up with, okay, but it's basically just boning, okay. They're just not calling it that because that would be crude, ew, but it's the same fucking shit. It's the same fucking shit. We just don't call it that, I see a girl and I'm very compatible with her or whatever, we have great chemistry. I'm going to say, yeah, this chick and I, we get along. That's what we say, okay? Whereas these fucking bitches on the show can be like, yes, we got the zha-zha-zoo. You know, like, what the fuck is that? Just say you fucking click with somebody. That's it, you know? But women aren't going to do that. No, we got the zha-zha-zoo. You know, get the fuck out of here with that shit. But that's the way women talk. So, you know, so that's what this show is. It's no different from what guys do, okay? But guys, we're not allowed to do that. Okay, and women call it something else, but it's the same fucking shit. I mean, get the fuck out of here, man. Come on, you know? It's just a different language, but it's the same fucking shit. Anyway, so what we're talking about today is season 6 of Sex and the City, okay? This is part 2 of episode 1 of season 6, and we got like another 19 episodes to go, okay? Before the show is over, god damn. And the last season was only 8 episodes, and this one's a lot more than that. Okay, so we're gonna jump right into it. Where we left off last time, okay? Just so you know, if you're easily offended by what I'm talking about, get the fuck out right now. This is the way I talk. I'm talking to you. Let's imagine that we just watched an episode of Sex and the City, a brand new episode Sunday night, and now it's Monday, and we're at work, and we're talking about it. I'm gonna talk to you about this episode the way I would talk to someone back then, okay? Because I was watching the show back then, okay? But now I'm older, I'm wiser, you know? Okay. All right, so I do not filter myself here, okay? I'm gonna tell you the truth, whether you like it or not, okay? The question is, can you handle it? All right, that's the real question here. You should be asking yourself, before you proceed with my review, you should ask yourself, can you handle the truth? Okay, because not everybody can handle the fucking truth, okay? You're not fucking Tom Cruise and I'm not Jack Nicholson. I'm telling you the fucking truth here, okay? All right, here we go. You want answers? Do you think you're entitled? You want the truth? All right, you're gonna get the truth. All right, you can handle the truth, right? Okay, here we go. All right, so where we left off last episode, where did we leave off? Oh yeah, Samantha is fucking her neighbor who lives underneath her in her apartment building. He's this super fucking good-looking guy, and he's been giving her stock advice, which he's not supposed to do. You know, I'm thinking Martha Stewart here, you know, insider trading. Anyway, she's fucking him, big deal. Just another fucking faceless fucking dude that has no significance to the show. Just add him with the other 737 guys that just show up, fuck the girls, and you never see him again, okay? Because that's all there is to them. That's all there is to their personality, nothing else. Which is fine for a show like Sex and the City, which is catered towards women and gay guys, okay? Okay, but the problem is that guys like me, straight guys, we don't have a fucking show like this. Okay, and we need a show. I've already written the fucking first season. I've written every fucking episode. It's already in the can. I've done it, but no one's gonna buy it. No one's gonna put that on TV. You know why? Because that would be sexist. Having guys boning a lot of hot girls, giving each other high fives about it, and then talking about it, about how women all fucking suck, and they're all pieces of shit. You know? Yeah. Imagine that show. Okay? You're never gonna fucking see it. Okay? Because that's sexist. But women can do it. That's okay. That's feminist. That's empowering. It's about time a woman finally got her chance. Get the fuck out of here with that fucking bullshit, man. Okay, hey, let me tell you something, ladies, okay, and guys that are watching this too, okay? Just because you don't see it on TV or in movies doesn't mean it ain't real. I'm telling you what's real here, okay? I'm telling you the shit that they would never fucking allow on TV. I'm gonna tell you the fucking truth, all right? So Samantha's boning this guy, okay. Charlotte is a little bit upset, well, she's a lot upset actually, that the guy that she's in love with, Harry Goldenblatt, who's her divorce attorney, that divorced her from Trey McDougal, okay? She's fallen in love with him, but he's a diehard Jew. He's Jewish as fuck, and he forgot to mention it. Well, he didn't tell her, but that he can't really get serious because he could never marry a woman that's not Jewish, and Charlotte's not Jewish. So now she's considering doing a fucking Elizabeth Taylor, you know, and fucking and converting to Judaism, okay? Which is like, I guess, is that fucking easy? Hey, at least y'all don't have to get fucking circumcised like we do, okay? So she's considering that. Miranda realizes now after 5 seasons of being a fucking bitch to Steve, the father of her child, she realizes all of a sudden, just out of the fucking blue, she just decided that she's in love with him, which actually it kind of makes no sense at all to me, because she's been treating him like shit. They've tried to get together, seriously, and then she realizes that he is not anywhere near her caliber, which is not saying much, but he's not as ambitious. He's a dumb fuck. This is what she thinks, Okay, he's immature. He's a kid because he watches fucking Scooby-Doo cartoons, even though he's in his fucking 30s, He's just a bartender, whereas she went to Harvard, she's a lawyer, So he's beneath her financially, very classist. She thinks she's above him. And maybe she is in a lot of ways, and at least in her point of view, she is. Although I like Steve better. Steve's got a much better personality. He's much more forgiving of her. I could not handle Miranda the way Steve does. Okay, I would never fucking be with a bitch like fucking Miranda. Fuck no. Okay, so I don't really understand why he sticks around her. But Miranda's starting to get to that point. She's not getting younger. She's a single mom now. And even though she's Harvard educated and makes a lot of money as a fucking corporate attorney, the bottom line is guys don't give a shit about that stuff. Okay, all they know is here's a fucking below average looking woman with a fucking kid. No, I'm not going to date her. I might fuck her if I can't get a better looking girl tonight. But other than that, no, I'm not going to take her seriously. And not only that, she's a fucking cunt on top of all this. All right. So Miranda only wants to show respect to guys that are above her socially. Okay. But Steve is beneath her. So she's going to treat him like shit. Okay. And that's what she does. But now she realizes that, you know what? I'm probably not going to get the fucking Harry Styles. I'm probably not going to get the JFK Jr. Okay. I'm probably not going to get the fucking Elon Musk. Okay. I'm not going to get the fucking Brad Pitt. I'm not going to get the Jason Momoa or the Harry Styles. I'm not going to get those guys. Those guys aren't really attracted to me, even though I'm not going to say it on the show because the show's for women and I don't want to hurt anyone's feelings. Okay, she's pretty much thinking this stuff, so she's like, you know what? I might as well just fucking stay with the father of my kid, because we already got a baby together, and he's good in bed. He just doesn't make enough money, and he's an immature dumb fuck. So, but he's probably my best option, because most guys don't like me. I don't know why. I know why, Miranda. And so she just decided out of the blue, oh, I'm in love with Steve again. Like, where the fuck did that come from, I think the writers just wrote themselves into a hole. I think the thing is, they want to keep Miranda the way she is, as a fucking cunt, as a fucking bitch. But let's face it, Steve was a fan favorite. Okay, the women I like Steve. I related to Steve. They liked him on the show. He's a breath of fresh air. Someone to counter fucking Miranda's fucking bitchiness. Here's this nice guy making these stupid dad jokes, but he's a good guy at heart. And every once in a while, not often, but every once in a while, he displays a backbone. So that's something that was definitely missing from the show. We didn't have really a guy like that. We had Big, but Big was more mysterious and aloof. We had Aiden, but Aiden fucking wore his heart on his sleeve and he got fucked over, So we didn't really have that many guys. Okay, we had Trey. Trey was a fucking mama's boy pussy. Okay, so we didn't really have any guys. And Skip, do I even need to go into Skipper? Okay, there's a reason he didn't show up anymore. Okay, with no explanation. Okay, so we didn't really have a guy on this show that the women were looking forward to seeing just because he's fucking there. Other than the gay guys like Anthony. I love Anthony. To me, Anthony's the best guy on the show, honestly. He's fucking hilarious. He's so fucking hilarious, Anthony. So we needed a guy like Steve, because he's like an antidote. Well, not an antidote, but at least he's something different than fucking just what Miranda is, okay? So anyway, so she realized she's in love with him, okay? And she tells Carrie that, but she hadn't told anyone else that, all right? Carrie's all excited about her date. She's got a date coming up with the guy that she likes named Jack Berger. Now, Jack Berger, I've told you this before, is the one guy on this show that I related to completely. Now, so far this episode, this is like his third appearance. We don't know much about him yet. We know he's a writer. He has the same publisher that Carrie has. He doesn't sell as many books as Carrie does. He's very self-depreciating. He's always making jokes at his own expense. Something like Gary Shandling and Rodney Dangerfield used to do that all the time. Okay, he has a backpack that is surgically attached to his chest, that crosses over his chest. And the reason I say surgically attached because he never takes it off. Every time you fucking see him, he's wearing that backpack, 90s backpack. You know, the one with the fucking strap, the one strap over your chest? Yeah, he's wearing that one every fucking episode. Every time we fucking see him, he's wearing that. Okay, what else is there about him? Yeah, he talks about his ex-girlfriends and his breakups a little bit too much. I wouldn't be comfortable talking to a woman, especially a woman I'm attracted to, about that kind of stuff. That's the kind of stuff I would talk to like my platonic girlfriends, you know, or I would talk to my guy friends about it, but I wouldn't talk about it the way he's talking about it. Okay. he's talking to Carrie about stuff like that. But he's just so full of self-depreciating humor, which is kind of charming. It's kind of endearing. Okay, and I've done that myself. Okay, so I understand that. Okay, what I really relate to his character is how he deals with his emotion. He's very passive-aggressive, like I am. Okay, like when Carrie was talking about Aiden and how that destroyed her faith in relationships and shit. He was just basically like, didn't say anything about it really. Just like, okay, well, nice seeing you. Bye. And he just fucking took off. Okay, I do that kind of stuff. Okay, I've done that before. So, and even though Carrie's confused, like, what the hell did he? Did I say something? Even though she's confused, I'm not confused. I know exactly why he did that. There's no fucking confusion here. That's the shit that I would do. But apparently a lot of women, I remember talking to girls about that scene, and a lot of women were like confused why he acted that way. I was like, there's nothing confusing about it at all. I know exactly why he acted that way. You just want to hear her bullshit. Anyway, okay. That's the last episode. All right, so here we are. Okay, so now we're caught up. Okay, this is season 6, episode 1. So Carrie meets this other guy. Okay, now she talked earlier in this episode that she's excited with her date with Jack Berger. However, another guy hit her up for a date too. Okay, and Charlotte is thinking like, hey, you know what? You should probably go out with the other guy as well. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. You're putting too much pressure on Jack Berger. Okay, like you bought 6 outfits already just for this fucking first date with him. That's insane. You need to fucking have more options available. That way you don't put too much emphasis on one, which is actually very smart. I always preach this to guys. Guys, don't ever date one fucking girl. Don't ever fucking date one fucking girl, okay? Don't, okay? The guys that are successful women are the ones that are dating more than one at the same fucking time, okay? She don't fucking need to know about that shit because chances are she's doing the same fucking thing you're doing, okay? So no, don't ever date one woman. At just one woman only, unless you're exclusive, okay? But don't get exclusive after 3 months. That's fucking bullshit, okay? If you only date one woman, you're doing the same mistake that Charlotte's warning Carrie here, okay? You're putting all your eggs in one fucking basket. Nobody needs that kind of pressure. Nobody wants that kind of fucking pressure, okay? All right. So Carrie's now considering it. So she decides to meet this guy. His name's Willie something. I don't know who the fuck he is. He's just fucking nerdy ass guy. Skinny. He's insecure. He's very self-conscious. He's basically one of the worst dates you can possibly be on. Okay? And Carrie's there. Carrie's already that way, but not as bad as this guy is. This guy's beta male out the fucking ass. He's nervous. He's worried. Oh, I was going to call you, but I thought I should cancel it, because I got this sty right here. You see that? That's a sty. He's like doing that, and just like, what the fuck, dude? Oh no, this date's going terrible, isn't it? Oh my God, maybe I should quit talking, huh? Maybe I should, like one of those kind of dates, right? So Carrie just doesn't want to fucking be here. She regrets it now, Like I said, this is such a bad place. And they're eating outdoors, okay? And a bird fucking lands on his shoulder while they're eating. Oh my God, what the fuck? Oh, actually, he says that later. So the bird flies away. He's like, oh my God, this is the worst date ever, isn't it, Carrie? Oh my God, I can't believe I brought you here. What was I thinking? She's like, hey, don't worry about it. It's okay. It's like a cappuccino wilderness safari. That's all. And then he's like, oh, by the way, I got a sty right here. Look at my sty. And anyway, he tries to put the dressing on his salad and he gets balsamic vinegar in his eyes. Like, oh God, I got balsamic vinegar in my sty, right there, my sty. Just like, come on, dude, And so now Carrie's like, okay, I gotta get the fuck out of here. And then the bird comes back. The bird comes back and lands on his fucking head. And he's like, huh? What the fuck? What the? And so he starts fucking knocking over chairs. He knocks over the table. And she's like, fuck this guy, man. Anyway, I don't know why they put that scene there. We really didn't need it, but it's there, so I'm mentioning it, okay? So now we go to the next scene. The next scene is basically Charlotte and Carrie. Carrie's wearing the same clothes, so she must have gone to the store with Charlotte right after this date from hell. And Charlotte's telling Carrie's trying to tell her about this bad date. Charlotte's not paying attention, and neither am I, honestly. And Charlotte tells Carrie, hey, listen, I've been reading Liz Taylor's book, and I'm thinking about converting, Liz Taylor converted to Judaism. She did it for Eddie Fisher. Liz Taylor, really? You're going to take fucking relationship advice from Liz fucking been married 8.5 times Taylor? And yes, I said 8.5 times because she married Richard Burton twice. Okay? What the fuck, man? First of all, yes, she converted to Judaism, but she didn't do it for Eddie Fisher, okay? Who was, by the way, her best friend Debbie Reynolds' husband that she was boning, that she fucking broke up that marriage. Yeah, how do you think Princess Leia feels now? That was her fucking dad that left her fucking mom for fucking Liz Taylor, okay? Yeah, Carrie Fisher, yeah, who was in an episode 2 seasons ago. But that's not the point. Okay, the reason Liz Taylor converted to Judaism is because Hollywood, all the executives of Hollywood were Jewish. Okay, all the big actors were Jewish. Okay, so she knew if she wanted to get into that club, she had to hang out at the same fucking synagogues. She had to hang out with the same fucking people. Okay, because let's face it, Hollywood was created and founded by Jewish people. Okay, so Liz Taylor knew that if she converted to Judaism, that would open more doors for her career. Okay? I mean, like Eddie Fisher, okay? So that's why she did it, okay? That's why it wasn't for love. Okay, she fucking cheated on Eddie Fisher while she was doing Cleopatra to fuck her co-star Richard Burton, and she ended up marrying him. Okay, yeah, I know. Okay, kind of fucked up, isn't it? But anyway, yeah. So don't take relationship advice from fucking Liz Taylor of all people, Charlotte. What the fuck? Anyway, so Charlotte decides, she starts looking at the kosher section of the grocery store, start looking for some Jewish food. Like, she's just gonna jump into this whole fucking I'm gonna be Jewish now thing, which I don't think it's that simple, but who knows? I don't know. I never tried to convert to Judaism, you know. Anyway, so that's going on. Okay, so she tells Harry later on that she's considering converting to Judaism, and she's like, if this is your bottom line, Harry, if this is your bottom line, you're going to have to give me a reason why I have to do this. And Harry's like, well, honestly, Charlotte, if we do end up getting married and having kids, then I want my kids to be raised Jewish. I want our kids to be raised Jewish in the Jewish faith. I want my daughter to be like, my name is Rock, new kid on the block, don't want to be the flock, wish I had R-O-C-K, Rock, R-O-C-K, Rock, 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 Rock. Yeah. But other than that, I want my children to be raised Jewish. And it's important to me. And now it gets emotional because Charlotte can't really have kids. Her womb is like just not the best fertile ground. Her eggs don't fertilize very well. Okay, so she kind of breaks down because there's something she hadn't told him, because I guess she didn't consider this either. But she's like, you know what? I have to tell you something, you know, and I might not be able to ever give you children. Okay. It's not hopeless for me, but it's very difficult. And I probably should have told you this sooner. You know, you could tell that she's upset about this. Like, you know, once he brings up kids, it's like, oh yeah, I'm in my late 30s and I have no kids. Like, and I'm not married. Like, if I want to get married and have kids, I got to start on that like right away. You know. So yeah, and I feel for Charlotte. You know, I really do in this scene. I feel for her because I know that that's something that was important to her. You know, the problem is that she spent all of her 20s just fucking boning guys left and right and not giving a shit. And now that she's decided that she wants to grow up a little bit, you know, and start a family and do all those things, now she realizes that it's too late, you know? She wasted her fertile years, you know, boning bad boys. Like, what the fuck, man, you know? And she ain't the only one. All right. But Harry, you know, Harry being very considerate, being a very very caring person, he tells her, then fuck it, you know, we'll just adopt. It's no big deal, you know. You know, he's like, I love you, Charlotte. It doesn't matter, you know. You're the best thing that ever happened to a putz like me. You know. So I guess that's the Cinderella scene from the fucking episode, all right? Okay, moving right along. Yeah, lollipop land all the fucking way. Honestly, I think Harry probably does believe this. You know, that he doesn't really care if Charlotte can't have kids. I can see that. Yeah, you know, yeah, absolutely. Okay. So meanwhile, Samantha and Chip, the stockbroker, okay, they're in there fucking, okay, and it's fucking 50 Shades of Grey shit. He's fucking handcuffed to the fucking bed. Now, ladies, okay, I know there's some guys that like the handcuff thing, and you see it all the fucking time in movies and in TV shows like this where the guy is handcuffed, Me personally, and I can only speak for myself. I can't speak for other guys because guys would not tell each other this shit. I think there's no fucking way in hell I'm ever gonna let some woman fucking handcuff me. No fucking way. Okay, I have to have some sort of fucking agency. I have to have some sort of agency. It does not fucking turn me on to be fucking handcuffed. I know this because there's women who've tried to do that shit to me. Fuck you. Ain't gonna fucking happen. Okay? I don't believe in handcuffing women either. I think it's fucking stupid as fuck. It's nothing sexy about it. Okay, and I would never put myself in a position where some woman can fucking handcuff me. I know all that shit you see on TV shows like this, where the guys all love it. The tougher, the stronger they are, the more they like to be dominated by women. That's fucking bullshit. Okay, they play that shit for laughs and to make fun of men. Most men do not fucking feel this way. Okay, but apparently this guy does, right? So basically, Samantha's riding him. I think she's got a whip, a cat of nine tails, and she's whipping him while they're doing it, and he's handcuffed, of course. And then all of a sudden the fucking cops break in. It's the feds. They come in there. They got an arrest warrant for Chip for insider trading. Yeah, like I said, man, Martha Stewart, man. Although she was convicted for perjury, but it was for an insider trading job. Okay, so yeah. So they got her, and Samantha just looks at him like, you naughty boy, and the Fed says, hey, ma'am, could you please take off your handcuffs so we can put on ours? That kind of thing, which is kind of funny, I guess. All right. Okay, next scene is Miranda and Steve. They're on a romantic date in this nice restaurant, and Miranda's got this nice dress on, and Steve is dressed nicely, but it's so fucking dark and dim in there that he can't even fucking read the menu, so he's not used to this, okay? Steve's a very blue-collar guy, okay? He's a very blue-collar, down-to-earth guy, meat and potatoes type of guy, all right? He couldn't tell you what a fucking foie gras was or a fucking side of leeks. He doesn't know what the fuck that shit is, all right? And the only reason I know that shit is because I've worked in fine dining restaurants, okay? Otherwise, I wouldn't know a goddamn thing about that stuff, all right? But yeah, so he's fucking sitting there, and Miranda's trying to break down to him and tell him, hey, listen, I'm still in love with you, and I want us to give our relationship another shot. I want to explain to you why I was such a bitch to you earlier today, because she was a fight. When she had some fun with him, like they were joking around with the baby and they were laughing together, she decided to she realized that she's having a good time with him, and she decided to fucking turn on the fucking bitch mode, which is her regular mode, and now she feels bad about it, that she fucking kicked him out of her apartment, and that she was a total fucking cunt to him. Like that's any different from any other fucking day you're with him, okay? But apparently today, out of all reasons, she just decided that she felt bad about treating him that way for once in her whole fucking life. Don't worry, she'll never feel that way again. But she feels bad right now, she does, and she's going to try to explain herself to him. Okay, that's why she picked this romantic restaurant, which obviously she's going to pay for. Yeah, go figure. And so just another reason for her to resent him for not making as much money as her. Okay, well, he didn't go to Harvard. Okay, so they're there, and she's trying to explain to him. She's like, listen, I want to explain to you why I was such a bitch to you the other day. Why I kicked you out of the apartment. And Steve, of course, being the nice guy that he is, he's like, oh, it's all right, Miranda. I know you by now. I know why you kicked me out. I know why you treated me that way. It's because I've been hanging around too much. But it's okay. It's okay. I understand. Look, I'm seeing someone now, and it's going really good. So don't worry about it. I'm not in love with you anymore. It's okay now. All right, I get it. Don't worry about that. So now Miranda's like, Okay, yeah. That was like the worst thing to say. But you know what? Kudos to you, Steve. Kudos to you. You know what that tells me? That tells me, okay, that unlike every other fucking, this episode was in 2003, it came out. Okay, but unlike every other fucking chick flick movie, okay, in 2022, okay, where the guy just fucking sits on his ass with his thumb up his butt, waiting for the girl to come around and fall in love with him again, unlike that, which is what prevalent in movies and TV shows today, back then, if a girl that you liked treated you like shit, you know what you did? If you still wanted to fuck her, you fucked other girls! That's what you do! You don't sit around with your thumb in your ass waiting for this girl to come around. That's stupid. And Steve, thank God, I thought that's what he was doing, honestly. Because we know Miranda's been fucking other guys since they broke up. We've never seen Steve with another girl except once. Once. And that was a while back. Okay? So that was before Miranda got pregnant with their baby. Okay? So it's been a while since we've seen Steve with another woman. Okay? But we've been following Miranda's fucking, glazed donut eating fat ass. Her fucking, her grilled cheese stuff in it in her fucking mouth. Like that. Yeah, remember, who could forget the stick in her hand in the fucking trash can to get a piece of fucking chocolate cake? She gotta fucking go to town on that bitch, Not to mention, fucking get her asshole eaten out. Remember that episode? Oh my God. I mean, I could go on. All right. But I'm not going to, thank God. All right. So yeah, good for you, Steve. You need to let her know that you've got other options. Okay. You have other options. Okay. Okay. You're not as fucking pathetic as she tells you are. Okay. As she treats you. Okay. There are other women in the world besides fucking ugly ass Miranda that actually want you. All right. That last girlfriend you had was fucking hot. Hotter than Miranda. That's for sure. All right. So that's going on here. And I feel so sad for Miranda. I really do, man. And she looks like someone just shitting her Cheerios. And, my heart bleeds for her. I hope she gets better. I really hope she does, because I don't like seeing her fucking suffer like this. Okay. So the next scene is she tells Carrie about it. They're at a park, okay, outside in the public. She tells Carrie about what happened, that Steve's seen it with someone else. And now she's like, and don't you ever tell anyone about this. It never happened. Don't you ever tell anyone about this. And don't you ever look at me the way you're looking at me right now. Don't you do it. Don't give me that look. It never happened. She's like, I love you, Carrie, but I swear to God, if you keep looking at me that way, I'm going to have to fucking kill you. All right. So Carrie's like, well, maybe you should have told him. Anyway. I mean, you have a baby together, and then... Is that Burger? Holy shit, it's Jack! He's over there! And yeah, it's Jack Berger. I guess he's across the street. He hasn't noticed Carrie yet. So, oh my God, I look like shit! I gotta go! And she's like, what? You're leaving me? Yeah, bye! And she fucking splits. Yeah, what a great friend Carrie is, huh? How unselfish of her. So she feels she looks like shit. Well, she kind of does, okay? But she was supposed to go on a date later on that night, not right now. So she looks like shit, so she's running away from making sure Berger doesn't see her. She's running away. She turns the corner. It's safe. She turns around, and there's Aiden. There's Aiden right there. Her ex-boyfriend, Aiden. John Corbett. Yeah. He's there. You only see his back, but he's there. He turns around, and he sees Carrie. She's like, oh, Aiden. And now she's getting the butterflies again. Like, oh, my God, Aiden. Oh, I've missed you so much. Oh, Aiden. Aiden. And then he turns around. He's got a fucking baby in front of him. I'm sorry, I have a little boy too, and there's just no way in hell I was going to wear one of those things with him. No fucking way, okay? I can't. I'll push the stroller. I ain't wearing my son on my chest, okay? I'm not going to do that. I never did that, all right? So anyway, so that's going on here. She's like, oh my God. He's like, yeah, Carrie had a baby. I got married. Her name's Catherine. In fact, she's in the store right now. We're waiting for her to come out. You want to meet her? Oh, no. It's okay. And you could tell that fucking she's kind of like jealous, I guess, because Aiden moved on with her life, like she didn't want to marry him, so he married somebody else. That's what you do. And he had a kid with her. That's what you do. That's what I did. And Carrie's maybe thinking like, you know what? I'm not getting any younger, and this guy's moving on with his life, and I haven't done shit. Well, she has done stuff. I'm not trying to sell her life short. But there's things that she wants now, getting married. I don't think she ever wants to have kids, honestly. And none of these women really want to have kids. Not even Miranda, and she's a fucking mom. Well, okay, sorry. Charlotte wants to have kids, but she can't. I don't really see her as that type of a person that she wants to raise a family, But she does want to meet Prince Charming, and fucking settle down. She does want to do that. All right. And here's fucking Aiden getting what he wanted. He wanted to get married. He wanted to have kids. I'm pretty sure he loves his wife. In fact, I know he loves his wife because Aiden is the kind of guy that would fall in love with every woman he dates. Okay, he is that fucking, I want to say pathetic, but I've done it myself, so I can't really judge him. Okay, only I did that shit when I was in my 20s and early 30s. I don't do that shit anymore. Okay, I don't just fall in love with every girl I'm having sex with. All right, I don't. Okay. So that's what's going on, all right? Okay, and, so she's like, oh, so you had a baby, okay, is that him? He's like, no, this is a stunt baby. He's like, his name's Tate. You know, I call him Tater. You know, because he's got bald head, big eyes. Okay. And he's like, yeah, I got married. I married another furniture salesman. Don't laugh. You know, which is cool. He married someone who does the same thing that he does. You know, hey, we should get some coffee sometime. She's like, okay, absolutely, yeah. And then she walks away, and you could tell she's kind of upset. You know, that he moved on with his life and is doing good, and she's not so much. She's still single, no boyfriend. You know, that was her last boyfriend. He's already married with a kid. You know, and she's excited about going on a first date with a guy who's not really sure about her. Okay, so she's like, hey, yeah, well, you look great. Wow, you know, whatever. And she's like, hey, we'll do coffee sometime, you know. And she's like, yeah, that's great, you know. And goes like, you look great. Wow, you know. And she knew that this was a date that she knew she was never going to keep. Okay, so she knows she's never going to meet him for coffee. Like, she's probably never going to see him again. She will see him again, but that's later on in one of the movies. All right, so she calls Berger, and she decides just on the spot, like, hey, she's just standing in front of the movie theater. Hey, Jack, I know you're not fucking doing anything. You have no fucking life at all. So I want to see a movie right fucking now, so I need you to get your ass over here right fucking now, because I know you got nothing else going on in your life, okay? Yeah, no problem, Carrie. I'll be right over there. I'm in the same neighborhood, too. Well, that's because she knows you're in the neighborhood because, you know, she saw you just a few minutes ago, you know? So he meets her there immediately. To go see some movie called Craig's Room. I don't remember that movie. I don't even know if it's a real movie. But apparently it's playing right there in front of the Sony Theater. And he's like, hey, okay, great, man. You know, hey, you caught me at a bad time, though. I was going to dress up all nice tonight. Oh, don't worry about it. By the way, I already got the tickets. Oh, you got the tickets for the movie. Oh, that's great. So I guess I'll take care of all the soda and the candy. You are a candy girl, aren't you? And she's like, yes, I am a candy. Good, because I'm the candy man who can take a sunrise, sprinkle it with dew. Order up a popsicle and a miracle or two. The Candy Man. Yeah, Sammy Davis Jr. He's like, yeah, well, Sammy Davis Jr., he stole that from me. He ripped that off from me. That was all me. He's like, okay, fine. So they go into the movie theater together, and it looks like they're going to have a wonderful time. Who gives a fuck, all right? Yeah, that's it. That's how this episode ends, all right? So thank you for watching my review for Season 6, Episode 1. Finally got it done. The next time you see me will be Episode 2 of Season 6, all right? And I'll see you on the next one. Thank you.